Hey, Kevin here. Hope you're enjoying the episode.
Hey, who are you talking to, Kevin?
Listeners of our shows, I also want to let them know that if they're enjoying what we've been doing, they can support us on Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. Were you going to tell them about the early episodes? Also, Patreon-exclusive episodes that can be found there, too?
Well, yeah, I was going to do
yeah, and then there's the other cool stuff, including art, merch for subscribers, like tote bags, hoodies, shirts, mugs.
Yeah, and
Can you believe people could support us for only $5 a month? You're definitely going to mention that, too, right?
I was. Support Supernatural Selection and The Distraction Hole on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Visit patreon.supernaturalselectionpod.com to learn more and get started today.
This Costco pamphlet has a cavalcade of values.
The cavalcade of values. I feel like that should be the name of this episode.
I almost wanted you guys not to cough and me be the only jackass who was clearing my throat, just so I could say, I thought we agreed.
No, because I actually had to do it.
And once I heard y'all doing it, I had sympathetic, throat clearing. Like I couldn't not do it.
It's a great way to open up a podcast, though. The just sound of phlegm.
This is the most upper class British sounding podcast.
Welcome to the Phlegmcast.
Yes, and welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host Kevin. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm not saying anything until we change the name to the Phlegmcast.
It is never going to be the Phlegmcast, Mike. That's disgusting.
You're dead to me then.
Well, damn. All right. Well, you're just gonna be like a dead limb hanging off the side, like that third limb that you can't operate.
Oh yeah. Hey, you're not supposed to bring that up.
Oh, sorry. Forgot about that.
You know my conjoined twin is sensitive about that.
Start the reactor.
Come right over here. Please pat my head once. And we've got Mr. David Davis.
I hated everything about that.
How are you, David?
I'm doing okay. I crossed that hump of getting halfway through my goal of writing 31 articles this month. Today was the 17th article, so I'm well beyond the halfway point. So
nice.
Yep.
Good. Very cool.
Yep. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah. Well, before we get started, David, you got any housekeeping?
Nothing particularly relevant yet. I have a couple plugs for later. But yeah, the zine should be going up at the end of the month. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to come on a sigil and lend us your energy, so that way I can make sure the zine goes out before October 31st, I would appreciate it.
I feel like we should call that pulling a Crowley.
Yeah.
If you want to pull a Crowley to help us get the zine done, you can do that. Just go to there are actually online sigil makers you can look up. So
yeah, you can go to Pornhub and find sigil ritual videos,
and then you can print them out at your dad's office. Hell, do the whole ritual at his office. I don't give a fuck. So in a little bit of sausage, how the sausage is made. I am working on the Skinwalker Ranch episode, and I started early because I'm trying to get my notes organized. And I just want to say that this whole fucking story, I've never seen Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, and I'm gonna try to remedy that. But this whole story is just a Scooby-Doo plot. It just is. You'll understand when we do the episode because, I'm reading it and I'm like, how has no one made these connections?
Right. I'm excited. I'm excited to finally kind of cover that.
Because we don't have James Burke anymore.
He's still alive.
I mean, he's not doing Connections anymore.
Yeah, he is. He had a series during COVID.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
then we have no excuse.
We have no excuse anyway.
Because he hasn't covered Skinwalker Ranch, that's why.
Yes, because he's too good of a man.
Yes.
So, it's a weekend weird, and I figure I'll go first, and then, Mike, do you want to go second, or David, do you want to go second?
Doesn't matter to me.
Well, let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Hey, I got a coin. How's that? I got a Tarval and Mark, and,
Nerd.
Why don't you just fucking roll a d4, you nerd?
because I've got a Tarval and Mark, you bitch. So, heads it's Mike, tails it's David. David, you're second.
Oh, that's fine. I wanted to go second anyway.
Okay, well then. David, you got flame, and Mike was going to be sovereign. So, first story of the night. Mom, grandma blame ghosts after toddlers test positive for fentanyl.
What?
Mom and grandmother blame ghosts after 2 toddlers test positive for fentanyl.
That's it. I'm out of here.
It's,
Checking out.
It is certainly a sentence that was read on this show.
I do want to find the story one day where Mike just hears the title and then he's like, no, I'm done with the episode.
Yeah.
And like
I
he
can't
literally
wait.
leaves for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, Mike just turns off the mic, gets in the car, and just, that's it.
And then the real podcast can begin.
And it's my car is the problem. So, all right. This article is from Newsweek, actually.
Fuck.
It was actually published August 22nd, 2024. But it popped up as like one of the newer weird stories I could find.
Mm-hmm.
So, 2 women in Newton, North Carolina are facing criminal charges after being accused of causing severe injuries to 2 toddlers in their care. Already a happy subject.
Okay, when it says 2 toddlers in their care, were they even their children or were they just borrowing
Yes.
someone else's child?
Oh, no, it's theirs. They were
Okay.
not part of a Child of the Month club.
Oh, okay.
They weren't like babysitting or anything.
Yeah. The defense is citing paranormal activity as the cause, according to a local ABC affiliate television station, WSOC.
I don't think any lawyer worth their salt would recommend the poultry goose defense.
You know, the funny thing is, this actually, I read something about the paranormal defense in a Skinwalker Ranch book I'm reading.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's all tying together. I know I'm onto something because the synchronicities have already started. So, Emily Marie Edwards, 25, and her mother, Sherry Jean Edwards, 54, were arrested on August 16th following a grand jury indictment on 2 counts each of felony child abuse causing serious bodily injury, law and crime reports. The charges are based on allegations dating back to December 2023. The court documents, reviewed by WSOC, said that a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old suffered multiple injuries, including burns, bite marks, and broken bones.
What the fuck?
Additionally, both children tested positive for fentanyl.
Well,
Yeah,
the cops are really scared of him.
I tell you. When questioned by the Newton Police Department, the Edwards women reportedly said that the injuries were the result of evil spirits within their apartment in Newton, about 40 miles from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
According to Newton Police Chief Vidal, wow, that is a last name, Vidal Sipe, S-I-P-E, Vidal Sipe. The women mentioned that they had been using a Ouija board, which is, oh God, which is used to attempt to communicate with spirits, and suggested that the injuries were inflicted by these spirits during nightmares the children experienced. It's Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
They summoned Freddy Krueger with a goddamn Ouija board. Quote, the basic response was nightmares, Sipe explained to WSOC TV. they heard the kids yelling and went over to find injuries on them. They claimed that spirits in the house were responsible for these injuries. The indictment accuses the women of acting with a reckless disregard for life and failing to report the extensive injuries observed on the toddlers. The court documents detail the children's injuries and suggest that the abuse was a result of actions taken by the mother and grandmother. Sipe also said there was possibly a third adult involved who passed away earlier this year. That's the ghost.
Yeah, that's the ghost.
Mm-hmm. Neighbors in the area have expressed skepticism about the Edwards account of events.
Gee, I wonder why.
All our ghosts are straight edge in this community.
I find it hard to believe that the neighbors don't believe ghosts hurt these children. One neighbor, who also spoke to the TV channel, dismissed the notion of paranormal activity, saying, "I think that's crazy." I don't know why that had to be a quote. Currently, both women are being held in Catawba County Jail with bonds set at $25,000 each, according to the radio station.
Could be higher.
Yeah, man, we had a lady get a $2 million bond here in Jackson recently.
For what?
Insanity. She assaulted somebody at a Wendy's and then drove out onto the interstate and in a road rage incident attempted to murder them with a pistol, and the judge set her bond at $2 million.
Wasn't she already out on bond for something else too?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
I think she was, because that's usually when they set really high ones, is when you've already shown you're not, you know.
Isn't that what they call Jackson Fever?
Probably.
Yeah, but she, that woman, her lawyer was like, "There's no way she can afford that bond," and the judge was like, "I know. That's the point. She tried to murder a woman because she drove a little funny."
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, Newsweek has reached out to the Newton Police Department for further details. So, yeah. Ghost gave children fentanyl and then beat the shit out of them.
So first of all, I really hope those kids are okay.
Oh, same here.
Dude. They don't deserve it. When we're laughing at this, we're laughing at the insanity of the situation. It's kind of like, Batman confronting Joker at the end of the Killing Joke. There's the world is dark.
I'm laughing at the audacity of them
grown
saying
ass adults saying it's a ghost distributing fentanyl.
Yes.
Yeah. Number one, how's the ghost going to pick up the fentanyl?
I know, really.
I want to know how.
How does the ghost get fentanyl?
I want to know how the ghost got the fentanyl, picked up the fentanyl, and then put it in the children. Is it from the bite marks?
Ooh, maybe maybe fentanyl comes from ghosts.
Are ghosts infected with fentanyl? Is it like a snake?
Boo dust.
But drugs. What's that?
Boo dust. That's what they should call it.
Oh, boo dust. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I thought you said Buddhas for a second. I'm like, this has nothing to do with Buddha.
No, that's just an intrusive thought. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's cool, man.
I don't know. That could be kind of, leaning towards, a racist thing.
Oh, wow.
Well, it is now, thanks to you, Mike.
Well, I just wanted to point it out because somebody will.
Ghost monkey.
Wait.
Ghost monkeys. Yeah, but we're talking about the spirits of Gigantopithecus. It's a difference when we say ghost monkeys.
So you're saying you're taking it back.
God damn it.
God damn it. So the person
you had
who
the clerks
died,
to it.
The person who died, were they a drug addict? Because then that explains it. Whatever you have on your person when you die is what you have when you're a ghost. That's the rule.
If you die from an overdose, are you high in the afterlife?
Wow, think about Jim Belushi's, James Belushi.
John Belushi.
One of those. The one that died.
The good Belushi.
The funny one.
Yeah. Or Elvis's ghost.
Oh, Elvis's ghost is just chock full of peanut butter, shit, and like every drug.
Just a bunch of lewds.
Yeah, no, just like whenever you run into the Elvis, it's like, oh, you want a sandwich?
I just really want to see an afterlife where if you die from an overdose, you're just high as balls
Chris
for eternity.
Farley's ghost.
Oh, I feel so bad for him.
He's just doing the down by the river guy the whole time.
Oh Jesus!
Actually, you know what? I would love to see, like, wherever he went. I would love to see the afterlife bureaucracy trying to deal with that character.
Like, I feel like there is a SNL sketch here of like dead overdose comedian,
Cast
SNL
members.
comedian, like in the afterlife where they're all high as balls, just repeating their SNL characters. You got,
God.
you got Belushi in there as the samurai, and
yeah, that'd be great. Actually,
that'd be a
actually
great
thinking
fucking
he'd be
sketch,
Joe
dude.
Cocker, but
that'd be a great sketch.
yeah, I mean, it'd be in terrible taste.
But I mean, it would be a great sketch.
And let's face it, most of those guys would, if they were alive, would laugh the fuck out of that.
Oh, John Belushi would. Actually, John Belushi would probably get in a fight with somebody, but Chris Farley would be. It was terrible. I'm sorry. I don't know why I laughed. I was trying to think of that weird little laugh that he did sometimes, and I was
Especially
like, that's
in
not even. Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do and failing.
Fat man
I
in a
apologize.
little coat.
Nothing ventured, nothing.
That there's a song about that, and I hate that.
Well, that's where it came from. I didn't realize.
Is it?
I mean, yeah, I didn't realize it came from a song until I heard the song.
I
was like,
thought it was the other way around.
No, that song is like sounds like it's from the 70s.
Holy
or
shit!
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what he was doing was that song, and
Well, can I just say again that, like, I hope those kids are okay?
Oh no, absolutely. But now we're talking about drug overdoses and celebrities, and how fucking fun that must be for an afterlife.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be great. Oh, all the musicians would suck because they're fucking high as balls.
Oh man, we'd have Richard Pryor up there. Like I don't think he I know he had a heart attack. Was it from an overdose or?
No, he died of a heart attack from like whatever degenerative thing he had.
Okay.
His heart just couldn't cope.
Well, I mean, in order to make the sketch work, we'll pretend he died of a heart attack.
Oh my god, he died of an overdose. Yeah.
Yeah, an overdose. Yeah.
okay, I must be wrong about the fat guy in a little coat because I've heard a song that sounds like that, but
No, it's I think she based it on. I thought she based it on his bit in the movie. But
the only thing I'm finding on Google is Tommy Boy stuff. Not even a real song.
no, there is one. They play it at work.
Yeah, like I said, I think that might be a different.
Try chubby guy in a small frock.
Okay, I'm looking it up. Goddamn.
Number one, I hope these kids are okay. I know I've said that
Yes,
already,
yes.
but like I want to reiterate, they do not deserve it, and
Yes.
that bail should be higher. And now I'm just kind of repeating points that I've already made.
Yeah, and I agree. That's well. Here's the thing. I have a feeling that whoever these two people are, I don't think they can afford that either.
No, absolutely. It's just to prove a point. Just to prove a point, it's like I know you can't even pay the like a 10K bail, but I'm just gonna set it to 100,000 just to point out that you're really fucking dumb. I'd make a terrible judge.
Yeah, well, so would we.
Are you guys still looking up the man in a little
I'm trying
coat thing?
to, and this is not the right song.
God, this is
next
so
time it
fucking
comes on the
compelling.
radio.
This is so fucking compelling.
I
I'm
know,
glad
I know.
we're taking the time to go through this.
God
Well,
damn it.
it's one of those things you have to know. You
This is
just
gonna
have to
drive
know
me
that.
nuts. Yeah, I'll find it eventually, and we will update on a future Weekend Weird about the fucking song "Fat Guy in a Little Coat." So, David,
Yeah.
what have you got that isn't about fat guy in a little coat?
Okay. All right. I've got my article this week from Neoscope, which is futurism.com/Neoscope.
Neoscope just sounds like a new mouthwash.
Yeah. This is by Noor Al-Sabai, who shows up on practically every Weekend Weird.
He's our fourth host.
Yeah, no, like we really should try to reach out to him and invite him onto the show.
That would be fun.
Okay, you ready for this title?
I'm ready.
Woman with stomach of steel eats nothing but cans of sardines and somehow survived to tell the tale. Quote.
Okay, so my dad.
Yeah, right. Quote, this is my lifestyle and I have no intention of introducing plants back into it.
My dad lived on Vienna sausages almost exclusively for many years, so I can believe this.
Do you mean Vienna sausages?
I am from the South, sir, and down here it is pronounced Viennas.
I can attest that is actually how these hicks pronounce it.
Oh, bite me. You're from Louisiana. Don't act like you're some highfalutin northerner.
Mike and I are the sophisticates laughing at the poor white trash that is Kevin, apparently.
Kevin, New Orleans is the north of the South.
Oh, go fuck yourself. God.
Vienna sauce. What the fuck, man? Let's unpack that for like 5 minutes.
How about you go piss up a rope? How's that?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Southern colloquialisms.
Oh, God.
Anyway, okay. To lose
now
weight.
That we've shit on me, let's move on with the story.
I assure you, I am shitting on his pronunciation.
I know you are.
Okay, all right, let's go, all right. To lose weight, one woman decided to eat nothing but canned sardines for 3 months, and apparently it's working out great for her. That's despite health practitioners warning it's a terrible idea and not a sustainable way to keep healthy.
Oh, I love that. It's like, man, please, God, don't do this. What the fuck?
Look, I mean, the human body is, kind of designed to do shit we take for granted. Like, we're built to go through famines and shit.
Yeah.
A diet of canned sardines unironically sounds healthier than like having McDonald's like 3 times a week, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, technically Taco Bell would be healthier than McDonald's 3 times a week, but still.
It keeps you regular.
It's more healthy than some of these people that, say they're doing Atkins and they're eating like, a pound of bacon a week.
Oh, yeah. No, you remember Warren went on that monkey diet, and he's like, I only eat things that a monkey would eat. And we're like, yeah, a monkey will eat shit.
Monkey would eat no, it wouldn't, but it'd eat a chocolate cake.
It'd eat a puppy.
Monkeys have eaten their own kind, so,
Yeah.
You guys are fortunate. Anyway.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
Quote, this is not a diet, explained North Carolina resident Jane Crummett in an interview with Fox Digital about her peculiar food choices. Quote, to me, a diet insinuates a beginning and an end. This is my lifestyle, and I have no intention of introducing plants back into it.
Oh, God, it's an Ouroboros of just sardines.
It's the seal diet.
Yeah, that's a little, problematic. Because I'm sure sardines are missing some things you need.
Yeah.
But you're going to have plenty of omega-3 fatty acids.
I mean, if you're like, say 300-400 pounds and, we're going to do this to get down to a healthy weight and then switch back to a more sensible diet, yeah, that makes sense. But
I choose
saying you're going to do this forever.
I choose to eat only what a walrus would eat.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is, oh, God.
Crummett's decision to eat nothing but tinned sardines and medium-chain triglyceride oil supplements for 135 days came after she switched to what she calls a zero-carb carnivore diet that consisted of 0 plants and lots of meat. After switching to only sardines, however, she lost 35 pounds, which could be more than likely because she was at a caloric deficient on such a strict regimen. Also, all the oil in the sardines is just going to lube up your system.
Yeah,
she probably was sitting on the toilet a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the oil supplements, this woman is A, shitting like a goose, B, free of cosmic death fungus.
Yeah, no, she's on the protocol. She's on the protocol.
She's on a version of the protocol. She's on the pescatarian version of the protocol.
After making the change, the woman said that aside from losing weight, she also experienced less pain from her plantar fasciitis, a foot disorder, and lower inflammation. She also said that after checking in with her own doctor and being, quote, tested for all kinds of things, She was given a clean bill of health.
I'm pretty sure she can't feel pain in her feet because her nerve endings have died.
Quote, I'm a firm believer that if you don't figure things out for yourself, she said, you'll never know.
Oh, she's a flat earther.
Oh man. While those are all positive results, an expert who spoke with Fox said that such an extreme diet is neither healthy nor sustainable. Quote, in the short term, I would imagine that any type of change she's making is going to show immediate results, dietitian Kim Shapira told the website. And it sounds to me like she had some issues with her gut, and she's removed some of the foods that may have been causing inflammation. Despite those accolades, however, the Los Angeles-based doctor said the weight Kremet lost probably won't stay off. Quote, when you go on a low-carb diet, you're actually dehydrating your system, Shapira said. So when you say quick weight loss, it is quick weight loss only in the fact that it's water loss and not actually fat loss. Though she didn't directly address the woman's choice to have no plants in her carnivore diet, the doctor said that sustainable weight loss comes from sticking to eating a balance of everything.
At least eat a potato, goddamn.
Yeah. You could put the sardines in a baked potato. There you go.
That's disgusting.
Quote, I wish people...
sound any more
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Say, it doesn't sound any more disgusting than just eating sardines.
I don't know.
Quote, I wish people would see historically that anytime there's a diet trend and people jump on it, it doesn't last, Shapira said. It's not sustainable. Well, the joke's on her because this is not a diet. That's what Kremet said. It's not a diet.
This is a subreddit.
This is not the Japanese senatorial chamber.
So do you guys like sardines, right?
I like them.
No.
I like them. My go-to
smelly fish.
Like my go-to, and it makes me feel like I'm an old guy, right? Is like sardines on crackers with a dash of hot sauce. Like that's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I've done that.
You're both 60 years old. I hope you know.
Oh no, absolutely. Well, I know. That's why I qualified by saying it makes me an old man.
Look, the first time I had Vienna sausages.
Fucking hell! You're just bringing it on yourself now at this point.
Shut up. First time I had those things, I was like, oh no, I like these. Mm-hmm. I'm old. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no, totally.
Look, I ate plenty of Vienna sausage growing up. So, it's just more of a poor food.
Did you have a German au pair or something?
I don't know.
I don't really know what that is either.
Oh, okay, never mind. A German caretaker, because he said he grew up eating a lot of Vienna sausages. It's a gay joke. I'm not proud of it. It's a molestation joke.
I see what you did there. Let's move on.
Yes,
but I was just saying. So I wouldn't consider the Vienna sausages an old person food. But
I
associate it with my dad.
I don't know,
Vienna
like
sausage and potted meat.
Yep.
Yeah. I love tinned fish. I'm one of those people that like if my diet would be like the most basic like sustaining myself. Like it would be oatmeal, it would be tinned fish, maybe I'd like make macaroni and cheese and throw some tuna in there. Like that's
what are the contents of my cabinet right now, Alex?
Right.
You and Kevin are on the same wavelength, whereas I'm sitting over here going, man, eat a fucking waffle.
Yeah, I need to eat some waffles. Good point.
We did have some old cake mix, and we made waffles out of that, and that was kind of interesting. It was Fruity Pebble cake mix.
I would be
waffles.
okay with that.
Yeah. So basically, it was like a angel food cake loaf with like the texture of a waffle.
Wow.
And like little bits of like food coloring Fruity Pebble pieces in it. So that's my story.
Okay. Well, we've discovered that I'm real Southern apparently.
Southern as fuck.
Yep. I'll just be
So wait, Vienna, so is that why? So I was going to make a joke about how you pronounce pie, but that would still be that IE sound.
You never had a
Like that
hyena? No, I'm kidding. I'm
A
kidding.
hyena?
No, it's just one of those things that you grow up with, and like it's not like we call the country Vienna. It's Vienna, or the city. It's Vienna.
Vienna, Italy.
Wait, is it Italy or Germany?
No, it's Austria.
Austria. We're both wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's not like we call it Vienna. It's Vienna.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Venice. That's what I was thinking of.
But if you know that it's named after the place, and you pronounce the name of the place correctly.
I'm trying to think, what's another southern?
Why do you not pronounce the name of the product that is named after the place that you already pronounced correctly?
Because it's a Vienna sausage.
God fucking damn it.
I'm just saying, it's fucking Vienna sausage, man.
This is gonna haunt me until Sunday. I'm gonna be talking about this shit on Sunday.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, there's probably others. There's some town here in Mississippi that is named after a famous city, and like it is completely mispronounced. Like Glugstadt is supposed to be pronounced Glugstadt.
I mean, that's close enough.
Yeah, but Glugstadt.
Well, that's just Americanizing something.
Yeah,
that's not really
that's true.
Southern,
Vienna.
Yeah, like if you were to like Americanize Vienna, it'd be like Vienna. Like Vienna.
Not
or something
down
like
here,
that.
buddy. There's an I and an E next to each other. That is Vienna.
Wow.
Yep.
Mike, what do you have?
Yeah, what have you got for a story, Mike? Get us away from this.
Via Ars
Wait,
Technica.
no, Mike, it's
I think you mean Via.
It's Vienna.
Vua.
It's Via.
Lux went from it came. Ars Technica. September 5th of this year.
It's Technica.
Study. Playing Dungeons and Dragons helps autistic players in social interactions.
I feel called out.
Does it though?
So,
please answer yes. Does it though? Yeah,
I mean,
please,
that's what
go
this
ahead.
study is talking about. We'll find out, won't we?
Please clap.
Yeah.
Since its introduction in the 1970s, Dungeons and Dragons has become one of the most influential tabletop role-playing games in popular culture, featuring heavily in Stranger Things, for example, and spawning a blockbuster movie released last year. Was it really just last year?
Yep.
God damn, it seemed like it was forever ago. Over the last decade or so, researchers have turned their focus more heavily to the ways in which D&D and other tabletop RPGs can help people with autism form healthy social connections, in part because the gaming environment offers clear rules around social interactions. According to the author of a new paper published in the journal Autism, D&D helped boost players' confidence with autism, giving them a strong sense of kinship for belonging, among other benefits. Quote, there are many myths and misconceptions about autism, with some of the biggest suggesting that those with it aren't socially motivated or don't have any imagination, says co-author Gary Atherton. Yes. A psychologist at the University of Plymouth. Quote, Dungeons and Dragons goes against all that, centering around working together in a team, all of which takes place in a completely imaginary environment. Those taking part in our study saw the game as a breath of fresh air, a chance to take on a different persona and share experiences outside of an often challenging reality. That sense of escapism made them feel incredibly comfortable, and many of them said they were now trying to apply aspects of it to their daily lives. Prior research has shown that autistic people are more likely to feel lonely, have smaller social networks, and often experience anxiety in social settings. Their desire for social connection leads many to, quote, mask their neurodivergent traits in public for fear of being rejected as a result of social gaffes. Quote, I think every autistic person has had multiple instances of social rejection and loss of relationships, one of the study participants said when Atherton et al. Interviewed them about their experiences. Quote, you've done something wrong. You don't know what it is. They don't tell you, and you find out when you've been just, left shunned in a relationship, left out. It's traumatic.
Yeah, I could see that.
Tabletop RPGs like D&D can serve as a social lubricant for autistic players, according to a year-long study published earlier this year, co-authored by Atherton, because there is less uncertainty around how to behave in-game, unlike the plethora of unwritten social rules that make navigating social settings so anxiety-inducing. Such games immerse players in a fantastical world where they create their characters with unique backstories, strengths, and weaknesses, and cooperate with others to complete campaigns. A game master guides the overall campaign, but the game itself evolves according to the various choices different players make throughout.
Mike, this is a feel-good story.
Well, you think all my stories are doom and gloom?
That or animal death? No, I'm kidding.
Jeez.
So my question is, how is Wizards of the Coast going to monetize this?
They're going to stick some AI in it somehow.
Yep. Fuckers. Remember, everybody, just use 5th Ed.
They're gonna buy Google AdSense stuff for to advertise directly to autistic people. Small wonder then that there tend to be higher percentages of autistic tabletop RPG players than in the general populace. For this latest study, Atherton et al. Wanted to specifically investigate how autistic players experience D&D when playing in groups with other autistic players. It's essentially a case study with a small sample size, just 8 participants, and quantitative in nature, since the post-play analysis focused on semi-structured interviews with each player after the conclusion of the online campaign, the better to highlight their individual voices. The players were recruited through a social media advertisement within the D&D, Reddit, and Discord online communities. All had received an autism diagnosis by a medical professional. They were split into 2 groups of 4 players, with one of the researchers, who's been playing D&D for years, acting as the dungeon master. The online sessions featured in the study were the Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. The campaign ran for 6 weeks, with sessions lasting between 2 and 4 hours, including breaks.
All right, everybody, you walk into a dungeon, and you have to fill out this survey.
What are the dimensions of the door? Here's the other thing. This already sounds like a fantastic campaign, because it sounds like nobody had to call off a session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. Man.
Can you imagine, it was 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Jesus, I can't imagine.
A campaign in 6 weeks, no fucking way.
I can't imagine everyone being there every week.
Should start running D&D therapy.
Ooh.
There is. I saw a video. I haven't watched it. I saw it. YouTube link to it though. But using D&D as therapy for people in prison.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and apparently, D&D in prison is a thing, and they sometimes end up making their own dice. How you can make a shiv.
Yeah, but
with paper.
What are they?
You can make dice with a paper.
Are they making them out of teeth? What are they?
No, it's your. I mean, with wet paper and stuff, it's pliable enough that it can harden into the.
I just thought they were punching somebody for the teeth and then whittling them down.
No. That would be playing the orcs in Warhammer 40K.
That's how you make your dice for shooting craps in the the rec yard.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. I just I think it's not a strictly Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Yeah.
But I see Dungeons and Dragons as being a very good vessel for.
It's a good example too.
Well, so Dungeons and Dragons here is just a stand-in for any kind of
rule-based,
giving regular socialization to people who need it through gamification. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get similar results having them play I don't know, Mario Kart or something.
No, because I don't think there's as much as a social aspect there. You don't. In fact, you're specifically making players antagonistic to each other,
and you're all focused on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Let's see. Where was I? Participants spoke repeatedly about the positive benefits they received from playing D&D, providing a friendly environment that helped them relax about social pressures. Quote, when you're interacting with people over D&D, you're more likely to understand what's going on, one participant said in their study interview. That's because the method you'll use to interact is written out. You can see what you're meant to do. There's an actual sort of reference sheet for some social interactions. That, in turn, helped foster a sense of belonging and kinship with their fellow players. Participants also reported feeling emotionally invested and close to their characters, with some preferring to separate themselves from their character in order to explore other aspects of their personality or even an entirely new persona, thus broadening their perspectives. Quote, I can make a character quite different from how I interact with people in real-life interactions, one participant said. It helps you put yourself in the other person's perspective because you are technically entering a persona that is your character. They can then try to see how it feels to be in that interaction or in that scenario through another lens. And some participants said they were able to rewrite their own personal stories outside of the game by adopting some of their characters' traits, a psychological phenomenon known as bleed.
You know, it kind of sums up why I enjoy doing cosplay so much, getting into character and not being me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think one of the big lessons we can take here is that there's no reason that the +3 on your character sheet in charisma can't be a +3 in real life either.
Oh.
I do. It's called my anxiety.
Oh. Yeah. Fair.
Oh, yeah, so you just got to take a feat in emotional development.
Yeah.
God.
Quote, autism comes with several stigmas, and that can lead to people being met with judgment or disdain, said co-author Liam Cross, also of the University of Plymouth. We also hear from lots of families who have concerns about whether teenagers with autism are spending too much time playing things like video games. A lot of the time, that is because people have a picture in their minds of how a person with autism should behave, but that is based on neurotypical experiences. Our studies have shown that there are everyday games and hobbies that autistic people do not simply enjoy, but also gain. Our studies have shown that there are everyday games and hobbies that autistic people do not simply enjoy, but also gain confidence and other skills from. It might not be the case for everyone with autism.
Autism?
But our work suggests that it can enable people to have positive experiences that are worth celebrating.
I guarantee you that none of those players were murder hobos.
No,
I don't think they ever dipped that far.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, we've all played games where like the party just ends up becoming murder hobos.
I don't, but I've seen other people evolve into it.
I don't know. I think we were headed that route if Scott's campaign had kept going. Me and Paul would have ended up as murder hobos.
So I shove all of the goblins into the chamber, light a fire, and then lock the door. There we go.
No, actually, yeah, I was a murder hobo that time when I set that goblin on fire.
Oh, man.
In Minecraft.
Okay. Well, it's not Dungeons and Dragons, so it doesn't count.
No, it was Dungeons and Dragons. I just threw the Minecraft thing in because, that's how they do it now. They say I would do something horrible to a person.
Minecraft. We were talking about the whole the not just Dungeons and Dragons. I think Minecraft would be another one of those. Put them on like a multiplayer server.
Yeah, there is
like
a
LAN setup. Yeah. Okay.
So
This is good. I like this. This makes me feel good and makes me ask questions about myself and Spooky Dice Bag.
I don't know, Kevin.
All I know is that after hearing this, I'm starting to recognize some signs in certain people.
Shut up.
I don't know, Kevin. You do well enough meeting new people on your own. I'm pretty sure you're not autistic.
Maybe. I would love to. Here's the thing. I want to see if I can get diagnosed or not. And there's actually no one that does adult diagnosis in the state.
Yeah.
In the entire state of Mississippi,
Well, there's one source for a diagnosis whenever you need it, and that's WebMD.
I am not, man. I have really gotten myself on a tear using WebMD. I'm not gonna do that. Well, that's actually a very nice story, Mike. I'm really glad you did that one. As opposed
Yeah, I'm
to
surprised.
Fentanyl fueled toddlers.
The ghost fentanyl toddlers. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that was dark. So that's everybody mark that on your bingo. Mike's glass clinking.
Yes.
So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have our next set of stories and a segment from David. So we will be right back after this.
Vienna.
Hey man, what's got you off in your phone there?
Oh, just going through all the funny Mothman memes and supernatural shit posts I've been wanting to share. I just don't know where to put the posts yet.
Don't you know about the Supernatural Selection Discord?
We have a Discord?
Yeah, for years, dude. Where have you been?
Can people chat with the hosts and get previews of upcoming episodes and generally post funny shit as much as they want with other listeners?
I mean, if that's your bag. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do that, but there are even live streaming events for the shows there, too. You've been in a few. How do you not know this stuff?
It must have been my doppelganger. How do I get into the Discord?
It's easy. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com. Now say that 3 times fast.
Well, that's perfect. Now I can share 3 terabytes of Hollow Earth memes. Get it? Terabytes!
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Just don't do that. You should definitely not visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com to join the Discord. Don't. We don't want you there.
Too late. I'm already posting my alien abduction fan fiction with the general chat.
Join the hosts and listeners of Supernatural Selection on the official Discord. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com.
And welcome back to the second half of Supernatural Selections. I hope you got yourself a nice sandwich and some Vienna sausages and a nanner. And
Mumbies.
And don't forget, if you're not having those, at least get yourself an ROC Coca-Cola and a moon pie.
Well, you know, get you that Pepsi Coke or that Mountain Dew Coke.
It's all Coke down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, our next batch of articles, I completely forgot. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be starting. So I'm sitting here going, nobody's saying nothing. So this article is from Nautilus.
Okay.
It's a website.
Okay.
Yep, the article's by George Musser.
Okay.
October 3rd, 2024. The website's URL is nautil.us. So, real cute.
Clever.
Mm-hmm. So, this article, if you meet E.T. in space, kill him. Should an alien species resist, we will have discovered life.
ETs go home.
ETs get fucked. So, if we ever... I know, it's a great thing. Your first thing, it's like, we've discovered new life. Kill it. It's like The Simpsons. It brings love. Break its legs. If we ever contact extraterrestrials, we'll have to find a way to understand them. Who are they? What are their intentions?
Do they bleed?
Have they discovered that we haven't? What? What have they discovered that we haven't? Sorry.
Do they have Kevlar?
Olaf Witkowski thinks the only way to begin that dialogue is to try and kill them.
Bullet at the end of a bullet? Jesus Christ.
Literally, the only way to begin that dialogue is to try and kill them. You see why I chose this one? Mike, thoughts on this so far? We're like one paragraph in. We're already like balls out.
Jesus fuck.
Clearly, there are going to be major differences between us and them.
Yeah, number one, we're hostile outright. Jesus Christ.
Biological, technological, and cultural gaps are likely to be as wide as interstellar space itself. Quote, the only way to communicate with a creature that is very different from you, and you can make no assumptions at all about how they encode language or meaning, is just killing them, Witkowski says.
Oh, man. So it's the Starship Troopers approach.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, Mike, what's that game you played?
Helldivers.
Helldivers.
Yes.
This is Helldivers, the philosophy. He argues that the only universal basis of communication, the sole feature that all life shares, whatever its form, because it is built to the very definition of life, is that life wants to live. It strives to maintain itself, because if it didn't, it wouldn't survive the depredations of the world. Living entities have to be, quote, replicating or maintaining themselves in a homeostatic loop, Witkowski says. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. They will be experts at detecting threat to survival. So, you try to hurt them. Then they'll understand.
You'll understand what? Don't come to Earth?
Witkowski hasn't worked out how threatening E.T. would open a door to communication rather than shut it rather firmly. In Stanislaw Lem's final novel, Fiasco, humans, spoiler alert, send a ship to contact aliens on a distant planet and, when they don't respond to radio messages, attack. That does get the aliens to answer, but the consequences are evident from the book title. Still, in Witkowski's scenario, E.T.'s instinct to survive tells us it's a life form, something we share. Look, if it's walking towards you going, we mean you no harm, and you kick it in the nuts,
Yeah.
it's already alive. We know that. Anyway, perhaps then...
It could be a robot.
I guess, but you still really want to try to kill it?
But even then, like, the 3 laws of robotics, right? Like, it's supposed to save itself when it can, when it doesn't conflict with the other laws. So,
Sure.
like, yeah, no, I guess... man, that's...
That's a debate for Sunday.
Yeah.
Perhaps then we could turn around and help it survive after trying to kill it, you know? Now we can start from something they value, Witkowski says, so they will hear us. And that could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Never make friends with your bullies, kids. A soft-spoken researcher on artificial life and intelligence, Witkowski is an unlikely advocate for a warmongering view of interstellar interchange.
Well, isn't that like diplomacy, though? Speak softly, carry a big stick?
Yeah, sure, if you're a fucking genocidal maniac.
Or you're Teddy Roosevelt.
Like I said, if you're a genocidal maniac... He is monk-like in his serenity and once considered taking his vows.
I just picture a Shaolin monk pulling out a Glock.
Quote,
find peace.
Quote, I even joined some religious communities as a teenager and have sometimes considered a monastic life, he says. I decided it'd be fun to shoot aliens. Born to a Vietnamese mother and Polish father, growing up in Belgium, studying in Spain, and now living in Japan, Witkowski speaks 6 languages fluently, and yet violence is his go-to.
6 languages, 20 dead bodies.
Yes. How'd you learn the languages? Murder. Anyway, and can get by in another 6. He must have Duolingo. For his dissertation, he analyzed how communication enables cooperation among AIs or other cognitive systems. Yet, despite his linguistic superpowers, Witkowski feels that communication is such a fraught act, presupposing a background of shared knowledge and motivations, that we might scarcely even recognize a message from beyond Earth, let alone decipher it. Humans can often barely communicate amongst themselves. Pioneers of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence recognized the challenge, but many assumed that mathematics and physics could serve as a cosmic lingua franca. Our radio signals or laser pulses might tap out a sequence of prime numbers, for example. A prime number on Earth is a prime on Alpha Centauri CA, and build up from there. Sorry. In 1966, Carl Sagan wrote about the tests of this principle when he and Frank Drake had misread that again. In 66, Carl Sagan wrote about the tests of this principle which he and Frank Drake had conducted. Mm-hmm. Once he gave a sample message to eminent scientists at a party in Cambridge and asked them to figure it out. They couldn't. He does not mention whether those scientists ever came back to one of his parties. Last year, a trio of mathematicians showed how to recognize such messages as artificial in origin and to reconstruct their basic format. Whether we could make any sense of them is still questionable. Although mathematical truths may be universal, their expression is culturally specific. And even if we manage to translate them, the resulting phrasebook may not help us communicate other ideas. This goes on a long, long time, apparently.
Long time.
I'm going to skip ahead a bit.
The only universal language is bloodshed.
Yeah, it's the point he's getting to. City researchers commonly assume that extraterrestrials would be as advanced morally as they are technologically, if only because they would have wiped themselves out if they weren't. So, we have no need to fear them. Besides, Earth doesn't have a lot to offer that couldn't be obtained more easily and plentifully elsewhere in the solar system or galaxy, expending vast quantities of energy to cross interstellar space in search of energy sources seems perverse.
Then why did the Anunnaki want our gold, huh?
They were close to us at the time, remember? They got a weird-ass orbit.
So, while I agree with the statement that Earth isn't special in anything other than organics, I disagree with the thought that anything that's survived that long is going to be, moral. Because you could easily have, very warlike, xenophobic, societies that survive.
Okay, I want to read the last tiny, 2 or 3 sentence paragraph of this article. But Witkowski sees a third possibility. Maybe the extraterrestrials are trying to understand us. By invading Earth and trying to kill people, the invaders might be saying, "We just want to talk."
No, that's how you start a dialogue there, bud.
Can you imagine getting on a subway and being like, "Hey, everybody," and then you just open fire?
No.
This is Mars Attacks, guys.
Yeah.
It's. All right, go for it, man.
You get on the subway, someone just busts you in the mouth as soon as you get on the subway, and then they're like, "Hey, man, you want to talk?"
You know what? Sorry, go ahead.
So someone says hi to you, and you pull a Danny DeVito. So anyway, I started blasting.
No, this is pretty much the plot of Mars Attacks. And also, Mike, do you remember our friend that was he was in the institution for a while?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of those.
I'll just say it.
Okay.
I'll beep it out if I need to.
Okay. Please, I think you should beep it out, but yes.
Yeah, okay. So, he was in an institution and went into group therapy, and there was this one guy with empty chairs on either side of him. And our friend walks up, and he's like, I'll just sit here. Sits next to the guy who immediately punches him in the mouth and then says, "I'm sorry, I have Tourette's." And they
Jesus.
became best friends while they were there.
Yeah, because you can have physical.
Him and
Tourette's.
old Punchy.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's
Smacky
just
McGillicuddy.
it's just cursing, but really it's. I mean, I'm not
It's
100%.
an impulse control thing in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
And
it's a
usually-
behavioral tick.
And usually it's something that will get, a reaction out of people. Something that's, either shocking, offensive, or, in this case.
Really fucking funny.
Yeah. Hurtful.
Yeah. But, man, so remember, if aliens land, like, that's what we should have done with Valiant Thor.
Shot him.
Punch him in the
Hello,
mouth.
I come to speak to your leaders for Jesus, and then the cops just unload on him.
Yeah.
That's the universe I want to live in. The one where they're like, we don't need no positive thinking here, you alien son of a bitch.
A lot of movies would end differently if we just opened fire on the aliens
Oh,
immediately.
E.T. is over in like 5 minutes.
Well, they didn't know E.T. was here until,
Yeah, but Elliot just, pulls out a Glock,
Yeah, he pulls out his mom's gun.
pulls out a Mauser.
Yeah.
Star Wars is nothing left. Oh man, I'm fascinated with this guy's logic of it's like an abusive relationship. Don't you think if I had tried to kill them because I love them so much, it's an OJ statement. I'm not
Just,
Yeah,
it's wild, man. Wild.
it's pretty fucked up. Mike, would you shoot an alien that landed?
I don't know. I would think I wouldn't.
Okay.
What's the best gun for alien defense?
Good question.
I mean,
Or I should say alien offense in this case.
Or is it just your generic AR-15?
I mean, no. I mean, if you're talking like, it's really situational. Like, are they armored? Are they
Grays.
They're just.
Are they silica based?
Sure, I mean, we don't know with the grays, but sure, let's assume they might be silicon-based, but, like, they still got, like,
I mean, it doesn't matter
organs.
either way. It depends if they're like,
They're not
covered.
chitinous.
Yeah.
Well, and then also, like, they're pretty easy to take out. You just aim for the head, and they got a lot of
yeah.
head, so...
I mean,
Oh,
just
you
pretty
just-
much, I mean, in general, anything that's not armored, your best bet is a shotgun.
Okay, so, shotgun or Indian love song from Mars
Yeah.
Attacks to make their heads blow up. Ooh. Anyway. So...
Was that a UFO? What's going on?
No, that was me trying to imitate the song.
No, I know. I was
Okay,
going for a
good,
gag.
good,
And you ruined it.
I kind of ruin everything. So
Fuck.
here's the thing. Shit. So I don't know. I don't think we'd have the abduction problem if we did go about it this way.
Do you guys think that NASA has an armory in case of first contact?
I bet you Space Force does. They've got the space AR-15s. Space Uzi. Oh, it's the Uzis from Ghosts of Mars, the chrome ones.
Yes.
Oh, I should watch that this month.
You should. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. It's terrible, and I love
yeah.
it.
I haven't seen it in years, but like after we got done, I just looked at Warren. I was like, I can't believe you made me watch this. Oh Christ. So anyway, shoot at the aliens if they come for your butt. So
Yeah, go Area 51, the arcade game on their asses.
yes, that's what he's advocating. And then
He's
ask,
just a really big fan and wants to make his dreams come true.
shoot him in the leg and ask him if they want to start peace negotiations.
Well,
Dave,
with a gun, it's literally peace negotiations.
yeah, David, what have you got for your next article?
Well, I think we've covered the first part of this story before. Do we remember the woman who married a ghost?
Sort of.
I think we've talked about a couple, but yes.
Yeah, and then the one who later divorced the ghost?
Yes, because she Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't it like irreconcilable differences, or was it ghost cheating on her? I don't remember.
I don't quite remember. Oh yeah, cheating. It was a cheating thing.
Thank God. Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, she's back.
Oh, joy.
So this is from the mirror.co.uk.
Hell yeah.
Filed under weird news. By Anthony Clements Thrower. And the title is COVID infection left me able to talk to the dead, so I married a ghost. The byline, byline here. Brocard fell ill with COVID and during her time in hospital opened a portal to the afterlife. She is unable to close thanks to her ghostly encounter after previously marrying a spook.
Okay. Before you continue with that, the photo that is in the Weekend Weird Talk with the article is her at the Clown Motel. The one with all the clown dolls and all the rooms are clown themed.
Yes, that's where I wish to die one day.
Oh, if you go there, you will die. That is a given, sir.
So, here we go.
Okay.
A woman who previously divorced a ghost husband says she has met a new specter beau after falling ill with COVID. Singer-songwriter Brocard from Oxfordshire fell in love with Eduardo, the ghost of a Victorian soldier, in late 2021 when he appeared in her home. However, a year after they got married, she called it quits on the relationship amid accusations the spirit cheated on her. Okay, that's all preface for this actual thing we're talking about now.
So, now, real quick, did she figure it out because there were cum stains, or what? Maybe?
I have no idea. Okay. It's been a while.
Yeah, let's continue. Sorry. It's been a while.
Brocard recently caught COVID, which she believes, quote, opened a portal to the afterlife, end quote, as during her time in the hospital, she had a string of strange, out-of-body encounters and messages from beyond the grave.
That's a stroke.
When she returned home, she had more experiences with a force she knew wasn't human. I think we call that a Hitachi.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting that, but it just hit me.
Right. She said, quote, almost dying forces you to change your views on life. Nothing is infinite, nothing is impossible, and there's a whole world out there that we don't truly understand. Quote, it's easy to write off ghost encounters as humor or fantasy, and I try my hardest to maintain a good sense of humor throughout everything I've encountered. There's a serious side to the spirit world. Talking about almost dying was impossible for me at the time, and after such a dramatic ghost encounter, I felt I needed to address the paranormal element of what happened, as it felt easier than the human element, but I really recognize the connection now between the two sets of events. Okay, She keeps going.
Oh, God.
There's definitely truth in the notion almost dying led me to be able to communicate with the dead. After that experience, my whole life changed. I was fearless because I'd realized death is the worst thing that could happen to us, so being judged for talking about my paranormal encounters felt irrelevant. I concluded that everything happens for a reason, and when we are faced with death, it is not the opinions of strangers that are important. Continuing now, Brocard's journey into the paranormal has seen her star in many TV shows. She appeared in This Morning on the day of her wedding, and her ghost wedding featured on Say Yes to the Dress with Tan France. Brocard previously called an exorcist and was convinced her ex-lover Eduardo was gone for good, so she treated herself to a trip to France where she says she met another ghost named Fabienne near the Eiffel Tower. When it followed her home, she became suspicious, and her worst fears were later confirmed. It was Eduardo in disguise.
So this lady's really lucky with ghosts. Like, she keeps finding them everywhere.
Okay. I'm going to pick this apart in the stupidest way possible.
I do want to point something out though.
Yeah.
So like this article was published July 10th of 2024, and they're saying she recently caught COVID, but it sounds like they're talking about 2021, and that's the initial marriage to Eduardo. Meanwhile, the time that they post this, it implies that maybe she married a second ghost. It's like this is the quality of journalism I expect from the Mirror.
I want to see this turned into a soap opera.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some
on the BBC.
Probably some ghost infidelity or maybe even cuckoldry going on.
Yeah, because it doesn't mention her marrying a second ghost. It's just Eduardo, who she divorced, and then she met Fabienne, who turned out to be the ghost in disguise with a mustache or something. But like,
that's the part that's really getting me. Is it's the same ghost.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they're just kind of repackaging a story,
Like,
or maybe she did like an interview recently about why she married Eduardo to begin with.
Is
but
she
like,
is she saying Eduardo pulled a "it was me" Dio?
Oh, it's like that thing you hear about, you know, when you know a guy, you know, goes on a dating app to like, you know, cheat, and he ends up hooking up with his wife, who's also on the dating app.
We just
it's
described
the
the Pina Colada song. Yes,
Right?
thank you.
Yeah, the modern ghost version of the Pina Colada song.
Jesus.
So I'm not mistaken, right? Like the way that the article, the way that the article is titled and with its like date it was posted, it sounds like they were trying to. I think they're just repackaging an old story, because I assume that like she married a second ghost.
I don't know. I feel like we just read a pitch.
Yeah, like I read like the entirety of the article, and yeah, this is pretty terrible.
Yeah, this is I don't know, man. This is pretty fucked.
I don't know. I do appreciate the detail of like her ghost ex stalking her in disguise, though. That's funny. That's
man,
funny.
Eduardo, you swarthy bastard. Oh my god, man! Can you like? I am just picturing a big fake mustache on him now.
The other thing is, if he is a Victorian soldier, Eduardo does not sound like a Victorian British name.
No, you noticed that? I did too. Funny thing. Now, here's the thing. Again, I kind of feel like if ghosts are real, we're just leaving this spiraling trail of ghosts through space because they're not attached to the Earth. And that's the afterlife. It's just floating in space going, well, shit.
Yeah, now I'm curious what the name origin Eduardo. I'm curious. It originated in Spain. Like, that makes sense. So, like, but the way it's spelled is Edward O, when it should be.
Yeah,
if we're following the Spanish spelling, it's
like a U in there.
Yeah,
it's
so
Euardo.
I don't know. I don't think any of this is adding up. I think this might be bullshit, guys.
Oh man, so
no.
Kind of like that story I read about the guys in the. You remember it had all the interesting character names and everything in red like prose.
Saying it so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
British journalism's fantastic.
I know. It's like they've got British journalism is kind of like American journalism in the 1800s. You know?
Oh, man.
Where you'd be reading the New York Times and it's like Venusian seen through telescope, you know?
And the number of links in this article that you expect to take you to previous instances of like their reporting on this issue are just links to like their tags for certain keywords.
Like, I feel like the original article should just be "Ghost Fucker Discovered."
You know, I'm pulling up the original
I don't know.
article
this
and
is
seeing.
Okay.
Okay, the original article here. Wait a second. I just clicked the last article that they had linked. Okay, so the latest article is 2024.
Mm-hmm.
2023. I divorced my ghost husband. Now he's stalking me in bizarre disguises. They are literally just reposting the same story over and over again.
Lazy bastards.
All right, I'm going back. I'm going another layer in. All right, so this is the third link in. This is in March 2022.
Man, the mirror kind of sucks, okay?
Yeah. I'm engaged to a ghost, but I'm inundated by living men begging me to dump him. Okay, I'm going to go back another level.
I'm willing to wager that if you say you're dating a ghost, guys are not knocking your door down.
Oh, okay. So October 2021, I'm being ghosted by my ghost lover after going public about a romance. I'm trying to see if there's like one more level deeper to this. I think I've gone back as early as I can.
The ghost is like embarrassed, that she's being so vocal about their relationship.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, I think this article that I read for this segment was just like literally them like sharing the same story over and over again. It must have been a slow day at the mirror.
I guess. I don't know.
Like there's nothing else going on in the world. Let's talk about something we talked about in 2023, 2022, and 2021.
Well, now it makes me wonder if any of it's true.
Yeah. I think we've really gotten to the heart of this issue. And there was no reason to be skeptical beforehand, right? Everything seemed on the up and up. But
yeah,
this
just, woman is
I'm
fucking multiple ghosts. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. That's my story.
Well, still, it was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
I mean, here's the thing. If you want to be friends with a ghost, do you show it violence first, like it's an alien? Like, do you shoot it?
Does she have the ability to summon him like Beetlejuice?
Oh, wow. She just has to say...
Eduardo?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I just need to say that, like, I'm really proud of myself for not using some of the really off-color jokes I've had pop into my head this episode.
That's good. You're winning out against your intrusive thoughts. That's all we can ask for at times.
Yes, because I've had such a Patton Oswalt in the Frozen section day. So let's go to Mike.
Mike.
Have you got a ghost fucker story for us?
No, thankfully I don't.
Awesome.
So we've had ketamine ghosts, and we've had like creepy ex stalker ghosts.
Creepy ex stalker, or maybe not ghost. Who knows?
And this one's gonna be dead animal. I'm kidding.
Nope.
Oh, good.
But it is a theme we sometimes run with. I care to guess for what it could be.
Is it mushrooms?
It is mushrooms, because engineers gave a mushroom a robot body and let it run wild.
Oh, no, guys.
From
the cosmic
Science
death
Alert.
fungus has turned into a Terminator.
Nobody from Science Alert in September 4th.
Oh, boy.
Nobody knows what sleeping mushrooms dream of when their vast mycelial networks flicker and pulse with electrochemical responses akin to those of our brain cells. But given a chance, what might this web of impulses do if granted a moment of freedom? An interdisciplinary team of researchers from Cornell University in the U.S. and the University of Florence in Italy took steps to find out, putting a culture of the edible mushroom species Pleurotoris eryingili. You try pronouncing this. Okay, let me spell it. Eryngil.
No,
Eryngil.
I'm not saying I could do better. I'm just saying I would expect you to laugh at my attempt.
Also known as the king oyster mushroom.
Okay.
In control of a pair of vehicles which can twitch and roll across flat surfaces. Through a series of experiments, the researchers showed it was possible to use the mushroom's electrophysiological activity as a means of translating environment cues into directives, which could in turn be used to drive a mechanical device's movements. Quote, by growing mycelium into the electronics of a robot, we're able to allow the biohybrid machine to sense and respond to the environment, says senior researcher Rob Shepard, a material scientist at Cornell. Melding meat with machines is nothing new. evolution has had hundreds of millions of years to fine-tune organic machines, so it's only natural we turn to biology for shortcuts on making robust devices that can sense, think, and move how we want.
So when I just need to know real quick before you go on, like when they hook it up, is its first instinct to kill?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Look, I'm just saying this is how you get 40k orcs.
This is
You're
how you get.
not wrong.
This is how you get a lot of things. Surprisingly, the fungi kingdom is something of an untapped goldmine for cybernetic technology. Easily cultured with relatively simple requirements and a propensity to survive where many other organisms would struggle, molds and mushrooms could provide engineers with a variety of robust living components to suit just about every sensory or even computational need. Often hidden from view, networks of fine fungi threads respond to changes in their surroundings as they weave through the soil in search of resources. A number of species even crackle with transmembrane activity that resembles our own neural responses, providing researchers with a potential means of eavesdropping on their secret conversations. By applying algorithms based on the extracellular electrophysiology of P. Eryngill, I keep wanting to put extra N's in there. Eryngill.
It sounds like an elf.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Well, it's probably Greek.
I was just thinking of Lord of the Rings when talking about this idea of mushrooms having conversations, and then Gimli's just like, what do trees have to converse about besides the consistency of bird droppings?
Yeah. Okay. Also, my problem is it's two I's, and I keep seeing L-I. So it's Eryngi. Oh, it's more Star Trek now. It's like Ferengi, but Eryngi. Let me try to start that over. By applying algorithms based on the extracellular electrophysiology of P. eryngi, mycelia and feeding P. eryngi mycelia and feeding the outputs into a microcontroller unit, the researchers use spikes of activity triggered by a stimulus, in this case ultraviolet light, to toggle mechanical response in two different kinds of mobile device. In controlled experiments, the team used the signals from a fungal culture to give movement to a 5-limbed soft robot and a 4-wheeled untethered vehicle. They were able to influence and override the, quote, natural impulses produced by the fungi, demonstrating an ability to harness the system's sensory abilities to meet an end goal. Quote, this kind of project is not just about controlling a robot, says Cornell bioroboticist Anand Mishra. It's also about creating a true connection with the living system, because once you hear the signal, you also understand what's going on. Maybe that signal is coming from some kind of stresses. So you're seeing the physical response because those signals we can't visualize, but the robot is making a visualization. As clumsily as robot shroom might look, the true value of the system may one day be realized in simpler mechanical setups that interpret complex shifts in environmental cues to deliver precise amounts of nutrient or pesticide to a soil environment, or automatically tailor responses to rising levels of pollutant, or even react to changes in our own bodies. There's a deeper wisdom in the whispers of mushrooms we're only just beginning to understand. Given an opportunity, they might even one day tell us what they're dreaming. Yeah, whatever.
Like number one, this kind of upsets me.
Yeah.
But number two, I'm also thinking like it would be interesting in the application of artificial limbs.
So it definitely the is a little clickbaity, because they're not just like throwing a mushroom in there and seeing what the mushroom does. They're basically just using the mycelia of mushrooms as
it's like nerves. A switch.
Yeah, well,
it
it's
sounds
like
they're the Discovery.
Well, what they're just using parts of mushrooms to as shortcuts for having to create their own say, neurons or, neural pathways.
Yeah, see, when you first told me about this, I was getting major Torment Nexus vibes,
Yeah.
and it's a lot less than that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what happens in a year. Maybe we'll come back to this like, oh shit, no, it's gotten worse.
They just use biological reflexes to affect a machine by shining a friggin' light on it.
Yeah, it's like, it's less like say a Warhammer Servitor and more like, say, one of the other really creepy things where like you're using, like one of the Warhammer like floating skull things where they're
not the babies.
Oh, I don't know. They're using bits of this organism,
Parts of them,
like the synapse, some of the, not synapses, but whatever mushrooms have for, a nervous system, and whatever they have for a sensory system. So yeah,
shroom napses.
You just made it a horror movie.
Yeah, it's pretty. If this was like animals, this would be terribly horrific.
It would be torturous.
Some evil scientist takes a little chunk off of Toad from Super Mario and.
It'd be like using slices of rat brains and rat eyeballs in a robot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we finally did come back around to animal torture. Okay.
Oh, no, because there's no real animals were harmed here.
Yeah, but...
Unless you call a mushroom an animal.
Not really.
In this case, they're not actually like harming it. They're just letting it grow into the thingies, the machines.
I just feel like this is the start of an anime that's going to end up with, like, a mushroom girl.
See, you have this, and then you give it the little spider hands. Remember those?
God damn it!
The dead spiders on a syringe for grabbing things.
I fucking hated that. What Lovecraftian monstrosity are they making?
And you have all that connected to that taxidermied cat quadcopter.
Wow! Happy Halloween, everyone!
Yes.
Jesus. And there's the animal death.
Well, the cat was already dead. You taxidermied it around a drone.
Reminds me of Cell Cat from Cow and Chicken.
I don't remember that.
I don't know if you guys ever watched that cartoon.
I watched it. I just don't remember that.
Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Dad was proud. You didn't care how.
That show was like entirely Charlie Adler, and that's impressive.
Your father's a cuck. That's why.
Yep.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Man.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
The big red guy was my favorite part of that show.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Okay, well, that's great. Mike has constructed a meat mech with a mushroom for a brain, so...
I haven't. The people at the university did.
He's got a 3D printer.
No, because you're talking about putting spider arms and a cat copter.
No, it's not a meat mech. It's more of a, robot that has the skin of a cat, a dead spider, a end effector, and a fucking bit of mushroom for some, brain gubbins.
Good luck sleeping, everyone. Jesus, fuck.
Well, if the spider's little, it can only grab, say, pennies or something.
Okay, but
that's why we need bigger spiders.
Okay, but imagine the cat quadcopter with mushrooms sticking out of it, like from The Last of Us, with like 4 tarantulas hanging from it.
I think that'd be too heavy for the quadcopter then.
It's a really strong one. What's that, David?
I'm just saying you get a bigger drone. I'm just saying there are solutions to this nightmare.
You got a bigger drone, then you need like something bigger than just a house cat. You need like a
Doberman.
A panther skin or something.
I don't like where this is going.
If you give a drone a cat...
God damn it! We're not writing this children's book. Holy Christ. So, thank you for that, Mike. We did manage to make it horrifying for Halloween.
That's not even... We still got, a week or two, right?
Yeah, but we're going to be talking about something next week, so... Thank you for that, and thank you, David, for your articles. So what have we got for a segment this week, David?
All right. Well, X is gonna give it to us.
Oh, hell yeah!
We really, I wish we could use that clip. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey,
just
maybe
because Phantoms of Monsters gets its theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like you should find like a ragtime cover of X gonna give it to you.
A kazoo version.
It's gonna give it to you. You know, like
Right,
just
right.
the whitest,
Like
1920s
lounge
sounding
music
thing.
style. Yeah. X is gonna give it to you. Yeah. Anyway, so I found a wonderful post, and it's something that we'll be able to confirm within a couple of days.
Oh,
So that's fun.
okay. In a couple of days.
Yep. The title of the post is "There will be a Northern Hemisphere blackout on the 19th of December." Or, I'm sorry, 19th of October.
Is there?
Right. Well, here, you be the judge, and we'll find out in a couple of days.
Okay.
The prevalence of purple in media is foreshadowing the purple skies of the northern lights causing a blackout. Purple is the crown chakra spelled Shakra,
Shakira.
right? Which they believe is the gateway to higher dimensions. Purple has had strong connections to British royalty, parentheses crown, this year, and to interdimensional portals in Hollywood, parentheses herald in the purple crayon. The comet of the century currently passing is called the Shuchinshan Atlas. Sushinshan is the observatory it was discovered in and means Purple Mountain. This is the Illuminati principle of as above, so below. The Olympics featured a purple running track and branding. The Assassin's Creed character was the lead figure. The game was made by a French company that is strange and historical figure from the Middle East who killed French Templar knights should be center of Paris Games. AC features knowledge of a solar flare destroying the Earth and attempt to hide it. It also has Apple of Eden. The Illuminati believe the knowledge of Apple is the pathway to higher dimensions. Contact aliens, parentheses, no aliens, they are devils. We will be offered an apple again in a microchip that offers knowledge, parentheses, technical, not truth, though through merging us with AI and aliens, parentheses, devils, in hive mind. To accept, you will have to deny Jesus as God and give your free will to the devil. Storm Helene, parentheses, Troy, Golden Apple of Judgment of Paris, and Milton, parentheses, Paradise Lost, reference Apple. Why 19th of October? Read this blog, and there is an entire blog entry with even more information.
Well, good God.
That was a whole bunch of insanity.
Did his fingers throw up?
Yes.
Is that what we just heard?
I don't know. It sounds like the truth to me. We'll find out in a couple days, right?
Wait, you said the 19th?
Yes, 19th.
That's tomorrow.
Well, it's 2 days for me.
Oh,
but
wait,
I'm on
no,
the proper
no,
time
I
zone.
forget. Yeah, it is Saturday, so we'll find out Saturday.
Yeah. Get a
So,
real time zone, guys.
If you're hearing this podcast, he was wrong.
Well, I mean, I don't know how long the blackout's supposed to last either. It could. Like, here's the thing. I got a text from our power company saying that they are going to be doing work this weekend, and there are going to be potential blackouts.
Oh, are you saying that's a cover for the blackout?
I mean, I could probably post that in this thread and get the guy to respond to it.
You know what? I think you should. You've been making so many friends online lately, David. I think you should.
Yeah, I'm looking at this article on this blog.
Oh God.
And just like, oh man, it's beautiful. Just apparently the color purple is a very sinister color.
Okay. Here's a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a well thought out blog and 10 being Time Cube, where would you put this?
I'd say like 10 being you said 10 being Time Cube?
Yes.
I'd put this at about maybe 7.
Okay, so dangerously close.
Yeah, they are using screenshots from Stargate as evidence.
Oh, wait,
specifically
the movie
linking
or the TV show?
The movie, because
okay.
they have a direct comparison between the imagery of the Stargate with imagery from the Paris Olympics closing ceremony.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's also a picture of Heath Ledger as the Joker with
Of
the
course.
caption, "The Joker dresses in purple."
Yes, wait, guys. It all goes back to the Purple Dawn of Creation.
There
It's
you
the
go.
Saturn Death Cult again.
The film Knowing has the Earth destroyed by a solar flare on the 19th of October. Fortnite had a countdown to a doom date on the 5th of October. 5th October plus 2 weeks. Fortnite is the 19th of October.
Christ,
Okay,
this is
here we go.
crazy,
Here we
man.
go.
This
Here we
is
go.
great.
So I predict the blackout will last for 3 days. Believe in Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who died for our sins and was resurrected.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I have a question.
There's also a note to R.I.P. Liam, and then a link to a fanfic. Oh God. There's even more. Holy shit. So you heard about Liam Payne of One Direction falling out of a
No, he
window.
jumped.
He jumped. Okay.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of drugs. They found like burnt Coke cans and tinfoil, and he had trashed the hotel room.
Yeah.
And they called the cops on him, and then he jumped off the balcony.
So Liam posted on Snapchat 1 hour before his death. I'm not going to pull the Snapchat, but it says, this is the postscript to this article. There is a 50,000 word fanfic story called Things Have Gotten Closer to the Sun about One Direction reuniting after learning that a solar flare would destroy the Earth in 12 days. The story has 345,000 views and 1,000 comments, and it's a literal link to an archive of our own fanfic about One Direction that he is tying to this.
Okay. This guy. We need
They
to keep an
fucking
eye on
delivered
this
this
guy.
week. They delivered this week.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on this guy because this could be an episode.
This guy needs
Yeah,
a
no,
wellness check.
The name of the blog, I'm not going to give the URL because I don't believe in
Spreading this shit.
platforming.
Mhm.
Yeah, like even though like we're technically platforming by reading it,
Well, yeah.
the name of the blog is A Seven's Perspective, and the header that has links where you would normally have navigation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 rows of various pages that he has made.
Wow.
Yeah, and just like, and it's just, there's no average of, I guess, let's see, the first row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 on one row, 1, 2 on, it's a lot of articles. Like there's no such thing as like a drop down menu on this website. Oh yeah, and there's some fun little articles on here. Let's see. That the occult ritual of the Super Bowl 2023 show is
Of
pregnant
course.
with the Antichrist.
Yep. No, that's legit.
The hidden meaning of Woody Harrelson's monologue on SNL.
Wait. Okay.
Let's see. Titan Sub was a ritual involving the Sphere in Las Vegas and alien psyop.
Okay.
America as the new Atlantis, Ireland as the answer.
Okay. I need to point out that this is a legit conspiracy theory, not an actual legit, yes, this is happening. But there are conspiracies that America was set up to be the new Atlantis.
Did misogyny start with Napoleon?
No.
Diet reflects political outlook, Gandhi and goat's cheese.
Okay, but what about sardines?
Right? Let's see, what else we got here? Good Friday or Freaky Friday?
Wait, is that where Jesus and like Muhammad traded bodies?
I don't know, man. I wrote this 10 years ago when the world was a great dance.
What? What?
That's the name of one of his articles.
Fantastic.
Jesus and the Crucifixion as an act of time travel, understanding the eclipse. I I'm gonna provide this link for us to like peruse at a later time. 'Cause I think we've got to.
This is certainly a segment that can happen.
Pineapples, Trump, and the Divine Right of Kings.
Okay, so a key party,
Right?
it's a swinger.
Let's see. The meaning of Pray for Surf Boy and Wes Anderson's Rushmore.
Wait. You know what? I don't like the idea of anything relating any conspiracy about Wes Anderson.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer film is 3 hours 9 seconds long, says Nolan. This is a reference to 309 or the 309th day of the year, 5th November, the day in which time travel happens.
Like the only day we can time travel, or I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know. Here we go. The character called Merovingian in The Matrix conveys an essential aspect of Illuminati religion and the bloodline of the Antichrist from the Da Vinci Code.
This guy needs a nap.
This guy needs some antipsychotics.
And a nap.
And a nap.
I strongly believe a nap can fix a lot of problems.
I don't know. Every nap I've ever taken has been a mistake.
Yeah, but you're not like fucking empowered to write this.
So someone in the thread, going back to the thread, said, the purple signaling has been off the charts lately. I'm seeing it everywhere. In fact, once I started Googling it, even my gang stalkers started wearing purple clothing.
Whoa.
Jeezy, crazy.
That is some pants on head shit right there, man.
I feel like that was a troll, but I kind of wish it wasn't.
I don't know that it was.
I don't know. It's just so perfectly done that I feel like it's a very good trolling attempt.
Maybe
that my gang stalkers started wearing purple.
That's like saying I was so scared I pissed your pants.
Oh man!
Wow, boy. Just bookmark that and let's sit on him for a little bit.
Yeah,
and see what happens.
Oh, that was fun. I might read one of these essays potentially for another week in Weird.
There we go. I like that plan. Well, everybody, that was a lot of fun. So next week, David's got a topic coming.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we got some more Week in Weird. And then I have what I'm tentatively calling Refrigerators of the Gods. So, thank you, everyone, for listening. David, have you got any plugs?
Yeah. So Nick Wright, a cartoonist friend, I think you might know him as well, Kevin. He did that comic Treading Ground.
I know of Nick. I follow him on a bunch of social media.
Yeah. So Nick is bringing back his comic. It's been like 13 years.
I saw that.
So, yeah, Treading Ground is back. I did the new logo for him.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to plug his comic. It's about working in retail.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Right. You can check it out at treadingground.com.
Cool.
Just again, welcome back to the world of the living, Nick.
Yeah, welcome back, man.
And then also, I want to plug that. Yeah, like I'm doing okay with the essay every day in the month of October. I hit the halfway point, and if you want to see what I've written about so far, you can go to medium.com/@HPcomic. And today I did a Marxist analysis of Alien.
Interesting. I read your Lovecraft article. So,
how did you feel about it?
I felt fine. I mean, we've talked about a lot of that subject privately before, so, you know.
Yeah, I think I referenced you directly in there, too.
You did, in fact.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, if you're interested, and you know what, I'll bring this up on Sunday. It's related to Lovecraft movies.
Oh, no, that's fair. But yeah, like I have some, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think I have a couple bangers in the list so far.
Sure.
Again, I'm just experimenting, but I really enjoyed the Night of the Living Dead one that I did, where it was analysis of. It was a Marxist analysis. I do a lot of Marxist analysis because that's one of my favorite literary theories to pursue. Everything's about the push and pull of capital and production. So
right.
Everything. everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, have you got anything you'd like to plug?
Nah,
You're
I
good?
got nothing. Yeah.
You're good? Okay. Well, I'm just going to say booger.
How dare you?
That's it. That's all I got.
Gross.
Go eat some viennas.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say go eat some boogers.
No, definitely not.
Given how you pronounce Vienna as viennas, do you pronounce hyenas as hyenas?
No, it's hyenas.
Okay, all right.
It's just viennas, man. That's the
No,
only...
they're hyenas.
hyenas.
I'm just not going to get over this. I'm incapable of it.
Well, that's fine. You fucking stand here in your shame and stuff.
Yeah, you just wait till he says he's gonna have a Vienna sandwich.
Nothing wrong with the sandwich. It tastes better when it's a sandwich.
Okay, Rachel Ray.
Sandwich is older than Rachel Ray, all right?
Yeah, I know, but
I've been saying it for years, and then when they said it on MST3K, I was like, ooh, somebody else said sandwich. Anyway.
There's a ND in the middle of that word, damn it.
Sure. I want to thank everyone for listening.
I like to plug everybody, going looking up pronunciation of words.
So...
Like, this is the second week I've dunked on you, because last week I think it was pho. You pronounced it as pho.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm noticing
And
a pattern.
If you've never heard the word pho, and it's spelled PHO, you do the math.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
So, thank you again, everyone, for listening. If you would like to learn more about the show, head to supernatpod.rocks. That is supernatpod.rocks. You can find a link to our Discord, our social media, every episode of both series that we've done. What else is on there, David?
Stuff.
Yeah, I keep trying to say forums, and that is not a thing anymore. But
Okay,
Patreon,
Boomer.
Discord, all that stuff, supernatpod.rocks. So, thank you once again for listening. We will see you next week. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
Vienna.
Meet me in Vienna.